Well, guys, thank you very much for taking your time and joining us here today. With me, I've got Ruheen from heyLevi. She is the CEO of heyLevi. heyLevi is a sales enablement and a copywriting tool using AI, and that you agencies can white label. It's been around for a little bit more than a year, and it's had good success with it, which is why it caught our attention to bring it up. And we took a partnership in it, acquired it, and brought it to the Extendly family portfolio as well. So without saying too much, I'm going to let Ruheen get started and introduce the platform, the tool to you guys. And in the meantime, if anyone's got questions, please feel free to message in the chat. We'll try to answer as we go. Yes, the call is being recorded, and there will be a replay available to this as well. And it is also recorded on our Facebook groups as well, in case someone needs access to the replay immediately. You can find it in the live streams there also. If there's anyone on the live stream that wants to jump into the Zoom, you can go to getextendly.com/Zoom, and that'll get you here. That way you can come in and ask questions that you may have. And to be very straightforward and very forth here, we do have a special offer towards the end of this. So since this is a launch call for heyLevi, we are going to share that with you guys as well. And so just be aware that's there. And with that, I'll let Ruheen get started.
Thanks, Beant, and thank you for having me. This is super exciting for us to be partnering with Extendly and getting this product out to you guys. As Beant mentioned, we've been around for a little over a year. We started building this product out in October last year, I want to say. I know that there was a lot of buzz going on around OpenAI's new openly available API. And there was a lot of, talk in the group, in the GHL community about using that to build apps and to do copywriting. And just to kind of put this out there, our intention with this was actually never to build a copywriting tool, and try and get it out there and sell it and all of that. We just started building, honestly, it just started as a blogging tool, that I wanted to offer to my SaaS agency clients. So my husband, Kanal is the developer on this app. And so I was like, hey, can you put this together for me? He put it together. I started getting tagged in the group. And then we just, one thing led to another. We started sharing the app with a few people. We weren't really allowed to talk about it too much in the group. And so we just shared it with a few people, and it just grew from there. And it's been really exciting to see how well it's done for all of the agencies that have been working with us all this time. Also, just to say this, there were a lot of apps that came out at the same time, talking about jumping on the AI wave and, cashing in on the hype and all of that. And it was really interesting to see, because that is one way to approach AI for sure. It's become, it's just grown as a buzzword, but it's also grown as a sales tool over the past year. And so what we really wanted to do with this app is build something that isn't just cashing in on the hype, isn't just helping you write copy, isn't just helping you create content, but is actually a sales enablement tool, something that you can keep on your desk through your workday and really brainstorm with the app to get everything that you need. From content and copy to your sales messaging, even things that you can take on your sales calls to make those sales calls a whole lot easier and deal with objections easier. So that was our intention with the app, and it's just grown from there. So, and that's why we call it a sales enablement tool versus a copywriting tool. Let me see if I can go forward on this. So just in terms of AI content, though, like putting the sales enablement part of the app to the side for a minute here. Just talking about AI content, because that's something that pretty much every business needs in order to grow, in order to get their brand out, to get their offers out, to generate leads. And that seems to be one of the things that pretty much every business struggles with, unless they have a big marketing team, right, doing all of that for them. So I'm assuming that every one of your clients is using some sort of AI to generate their content right now, right? Either ChatGPT or Jasper, or something else, but probably one of these tools that that are super accessible to everyone now. And so just right off the bat, we're here to cancel out our client subscriptions to all of the different tools that they use, right? So if they aren't using you, let's talk about why not, right? You're replacing everything else for them. So let's talk about how you can also replace their AI content copywriting tool as well. I mean, if they're paying Jasper $39 a month and ChatGPT 20 or 30 bucks or whatever that is a month, they might as well just be paying you that, right? And by the way, both Jasper, ChatGPT, and pretty much every other AI tool that we know of, you actually need to know how to prompt it. You need to have either a library of prompts that you understand and can edit for every use case, or you have to know how to write your own prompts, right? And that can be pretty time consuming. And I'm pretty sure that 99% of businesses don't really care about the prompts. They just care about the results, right? So literally everybody needs this. Everybody struggles with their content, copywriting, positioning, and that's all the things that heyLevi can do for both you and your clients. And that's really what we're going to jump in and take a look at today.
First thing you'll see when you open up the app and install it in your agency is this dashboard. Everything's yellow in here, but you can control all of that. You can also control your feature tiers, which modules turn on or off. And the idea is that you start with the core sales positioning that we're going to dive into in just a second here. But you can start there. You get all of your positioning, messaging, pricing, all of that dialed in. And then you can take that and plug it into the next piece of content that you need. So let's say you need to generate leads. You can plug that into the lead magnets module, get some ideas for a lead magnet, let heyLevi help you flesh it out completely from start to finish, plug that into Canva if you need to make it look pretty. But the copy will be done completely in heyLevi. You can even open up ChatGPT, which is right in here, and start a new conversation. You can dial in everything from your lead magnets, your email nurture sequence that bridges the gap between your lead magnet and the actual offer that you want to lead them to, through a 7 to 12 day email nurture sequence that requires barely any editing. Trust me, these are all built on psychological triggers and neurolinguistic programming that really helps you generate emails that are going to resonate with your target audience and bridge that gap seamlessly without pitching them over and over again in every single email, and just naturally take them from that lead magnet to your offer. You can use heyLevi to come up with your website content as well, summarize content if you're plugging it in from somewhere else, a follow-up email if you simply need some ideas on how to follow up to a specific email, a one-off email. Prospect retention, let's say you get an email from a lead who lets you know that they're considering their options or they're not entirely sure if they're ready to jump in with your product just yet. You can use this module, again, using neurolinguistic programming or NLP to craft a response that's going to bring them to your side of the fence. And then, of course, you have all of your social media content as well, from your ad copy to blog posts to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, even your YouTube scripts. You can do it all entirely right here within this one app. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the core sales positioning and let's see what we get. We're going to use English for this one. And now, what is your product or service? Let's just say we want to create this for the missed call text back feature in heyLevi. Let's just start there and keep it simple for this example. So I'm going to say missed call text back. What is the name of your product? So let's say Missy callback. Okay, who's the target market for this? Small business owners, right? Those are the people who are going to benefit the most from Missy callback. Who are your competitive alternatives? Now, this could be, and it says it right here, but this could be not just your competitors, but what are they doing instead of using this missed call text back, right? They could be using front desk receptionist to manually call back people who leave a voicemail, right? Or they're simply just losing those leads. If they don't leave a voicemail, then there's no way to actually call them back. And so they're just losing those leads. Losing leads And this is the beauty of using heyLevi. You don't have to spend all of your time trying to massage your prompts, trying to get ChatGPT to give you something that's actually going to work. This is based on April Dunford's framework. April Dunford is the leading positioning expert in the marketing field, and she works with multi-million-dollar companies and helps them grow. So we know that this is based on some solid frameworks that actually convert. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and answer this last question in the section, which is, which features make your product or service unique? It is completely automated, is integrated with the rest of the customers' CRM, right? Because they're going to buy your high level from you. I'm going to hit next. Okay, now it's given me my value props, my market segments that I could be considering, and pricing models to consider for each of those parallel markets, right? So value props for small business owners. We're talking about efficiency and time saving, improved lead conversion. This is exactly what we want, right? We want to talk about how we are helping retain more leads and convert them into paying clients for our small biz customers. By ensuring prompt callbacks without any human intervention, Missy Callback helps in increasing lead conversion rates, resulting in more sales and revenue. So this is really what I would use, right? Missed call text back, that is the beauty of it, is retaining leads on autopilot. And it's cost saving. This could be a secondary value prop where small business owners can eliminate the need to hire front desk receptionists or additional team members just to call people back, right? Reducing labor costs. Okay, some other product category suggestions. So these are some other positioning ideas that you could use. Virtual assistant solution. So instead of calling it a missed call text back, you could call it a virtual assistant solution. Positioning Missy Callback as a part of a comprehensive virtual assistant solution that handles various administrative tasks for small businesses could resonate well with the target market. I think this kind of leads into the rest of high level really well, because you can eliminate a lot of labor costs just by using an all-in-one automated system that high level just gives us out of the box, right? And a CRM enhancement tool, and then you get more efficient communication management. All right, so moving on, we've now got some positioning ideas and then some parallel markets that we may not be thinking of. We could be targeting real estate agents. We could be targeting insurance agencies. We could be targeting professional service. So just, instead of just targeting local mom and pop small business shops, these are some other markets that we could be considering as well. Okay. And for each of these parallel markets, what would they be willing to spend? So you don't have to do that research on your own. So real estate agents would be willing to pay $50 to $100 per month for the missed call text back feature alone. We're only talking about that one feature, right? Insurance agencies would be willing to pay $80 to $150. So just a little bit more than real estate agents would be. And professional services would be willing to pay $100 to $200 per month. Again, just for this one feature, right? Okay, let's go next. And now we're going to look at some elevator pitches that we can use. Again, this is really powerful stuff. Once we have this dialed in, this is stuff that we could be referencing over and over again, pretty much before we create any piece of content, get on any sales call, build out our sales page. Really, this is what needs to drive the rest of that content that we're all spending so much time creating. All right, I'm going to go on to the next step. Okay, here's your product brief. Now we're moving on from the elevator pitch. The elevator pitch is when you literally just have 30 seconds or less to explain what you do and catch somebody's interest. It's like your hook. Now we're going to talk about your product brief and what it can actually do for the audience that you're targeting. Okay, so this is an automated callback system designed for small business owners. Its top value props are efficiency, time saving, improved lead conversion, and cost savings. I would probably put these two first, right? It's as easy as just editing it as I go along. All right, I'm going to go next. All right, this is our sales messaging. So this is a little bit more detailed than the product brief. So the product brief, again, it's repeating itself that it is an efficient automated solution designed for small business owners to improve customer engagement and streamline lead conversion. There is actually an even better value prop. I love how it says that right here. All right, I'm going to go to the last step. And here you'll see that it's given me my entire positioning, messaging, elevator pitches. It's all in here. So value props for small business owners. I've got 3 points there. Alternative markets that I could be targeting. That's over there. Alternative positioning ideas. That's over here. Parallel markets and the pricing that each of these parallel markets would be willing to pay. It's all over here. Elevator pitches for each of those markets. Again, all here, my product brief, my sales brief, my proof of value, it's all in here. All I need to do is hit the copy button here, paste it into a Google Doc or wherever I save my important business documents, and then just share it with the rest of the team, right? So everybody is on the same page and can add to the document. And now you have a super powerful foundation for every piece of content and every sales conversation that you have or your customers have moving forward. Boom, done. No spending days or weeks or even months or hundreds and thousands in marketing expenses to hire a marketing team to figure all of this out for you or for your customers, right? It's all in here, all in this system. And this is pretty much how all of the modules in the app work. So again, you have all of these different modules that you can use for creating different kinds of sales and marketing content. It's all in here. It works exactly the same way. There's no fiddling with multiple prompts at any point, unless you just want to. And at that point, you can do that as well. So if you just like to fiddle with what you're getting and perfect it, you can just say, make this sound wittier for X target audience, right? Med buzz. That's a really weird prompt, I would say. So I wouldn't actually use that in real life. But the idea is that I can feed this in a chat to just make it a conversation back and forth if that's just what I'm comfortable with, but I'm not starting from scratch. And that's the beauty of this. I literally have something that's 80 to 90% there. And now I can just get that last 10% to the finish line with the conversation without even changing a single tab. All right, so I'm going to close out of this. And now everything is saved. So you have content history. Right here, I have all of my chats saved over here, just like ChatGPT. And now as an agency, let's actually dive into what you can do in terms of branding the app to fit your agency and how you can adjust every little detail of the feature tiers that you offer and even go down to a sub-account level to control those things. So the first thing you'll see in your agency settings are the themes. So you can pick from any of these colors to match your branding. Let's say I want to go with purple. You can change from dark to light or auto, which will just take on whatever the setting of your computer is. I'm going to do light for now. And then let's say I want to change the layout. You can play around with these. You can preview them before you actually make it live to see which one feels best before going ahead and updating it here. You can go into the features, and here you can create as many feature tiers as you'd like to match your high-level agency SaaS plans. You can pick what the monthly word limit is going to be for this tier. This feature allows you to either turn off or on the FOMO feature. So if you want to show any modules that you have locked for the specific tier so that users or your customers are inclined to upgrade their access level with you, you can say show locked features, and then any locked features will show up with a gray lock over them. Or if you toggle this off, you can choose to simply not show any inaccessible features at all. If you have any custom prompts that you do offer to your customers, you can actually download the custom prompts template here, fill out the CSV with your prompt details. All the instructions are on the CSV template that you download from here, and then you'll upload it back into the system, and then your custom prompts will be shown only to your agency's customers. Nobody else is going to be able to see them. So that is specific to your own agency. You can pick which model you want for the content generation through the modules of the app. And if you'd like the chat model to be different, you can do that as well. Here's where you can enable or disable specific modules or features for this specific tier. All right, so when you're happy with that, you can hit save. If you go down to a sub-account level, this is where you can import new accounts. Now the app will automatically onboard any new sub-accounts that it finds every 24 hours. But if you need to import them sooner than that, you can use this button here to import any new sub-accounts. And in your agency settings, apart from plugging in your API keys, you'll be able to add in an upsell message here. Now this message only shows when your customer has hit their monthly word limit. So you can decide what message you want to show them at that point. The idea is that you would upsell them to a higher tier so that they have a larger monthly limit. And last but not least, we're going to take a look at the dashboard. And this is where you can see exactly how many words and which features your users are using, which is so powerful, right? When you base your sales messaging on actual data from your specific agency, it can be a game changer. These are the 3 accounts that have been the most active in my agency this month. Lifetime words generated in my account. If I go down to the content categories, I can see exactly how many words have been generated for each category, what the frequency of use is for each module, so I know which the most popular modules are for my agency, the number of accounts that have been using each of these modules, and it gives me that control until the last 90 days.
All right, so moving on from content and copywriting alone, if you can give your clients a tool that's actually going to help them make more sales, how does that automatically position you as the agency and as the sales expert in their lives, right? Sorry, distracted by the comments here. I'm just looking at all the questions and the comments. But yeah, this is pretty much something that every small business needs, every agency needs, and you know, just in terms of what it's already done for some of the agencies that have been using this for a while now. This is someone who's
Sorry, Raheen. Before we go into this, I'd like to ask, just if someone can throw a 1 in the chat. What did you guys think of that demo? Did it do a good job explaining what the software is? Obviously, there will be questions. What are your thoughts? If we could get some feedback on that, would be great. Okay, great. Fantastic. So it was fairly easy to understand. Again, this is a copywriting tool that goes beyond just copywriting, and it's intended for sales enablement. The frameworks in there are expert frameworks used by other experts from their experience, proven by them, that are embedded into this. So you don't have to worry about prompting. You don't have to learn how to be a prompt engineer. You just need to make sure your customers don't need to learn about being a prompt engineer as well. They just need to generate content, emails, sequences, sales copy, headlines, ads, so that they can sell more of their products and services, right? And there were some questions related to content AI from high level as well. We'll get to those in a second. But essentially, it's replacing your entire content AI and giving you 10x power above and beyond that. And not to mention, it's significantly less cheaper than the usage charges, the rebilling charges from content AI, because you get to integrate your OpenAI API key directly into it. So you're paying just the wholesale cost. All right, Raheen, I'll let you continue with some of the testimonials that people that have used in the past over the last year or so and have shared with us here.
Yeah, thanks, Vance. I see Kunal also jumped in and answered that question. So Marnie, hopefully I didn't butcher your name. You were asking what version is the chat. So you can actually control that. I know I went over that really fast on the video, but you can control which model you want to assign to the chat feature separately, the module separately, at a feature tier level, even at a sub account level. If you want to change that for a specific sub account, you can do that as well. So we get pretty granular with the controls that we give you, because we want you to be able to sell this and control this and offer this to your clients as you see fit. Hey, Todd, good to see you here. Okay, jumping back in here. So yeah, this was a fun one that we got from Duarn, an agency owner who has been with us for most of this year, I think pretty much since the beginning of when we released this. And he was telling us that he signed up initially with GHL directly, no clients or anybody yet. He just had GHL. He signed up for the app. And he pitched it, just GHL out of the box with our app plugged in, pitched it to a few other agencies that were on GHL directly, and moved those customers over to his SaaS, which was a fun little story there. Danny Clark, also, I believe, a Gold SaaSpreneur Award winner at Level Up this year. He has close to 500 sub accounts, and he has been just completely selling this also since we started out almost a year ago. And he calls us his developers, and he basically has raving fans when it comes to the app and his users that are using the app. The email writing one is definitely a favorite with his crowd. I think we have a video here as well. Dan, do you want me to go ahead and jump into that?
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. Who's wondering how much does this thing cost? Do we want to know what the price of this thing is? And matter of fact, any ideas how much would something like this cost and what you'd be willing to pay? We've got some dollar signs in there with question marks. All right, so before we get into the next video, let's save that surprise right now. It's a feature that we're going to share with you. I'm going to share my screen to showcase how much this thing costs and go over some of those for everyone as well. All right, so you can start sharing your screen. Could you allow me to? Oh, I think because you're sharing. There we go. All right. Okay, so like I said earlier, we do have a launch offer for the product since we're just getting out after the acquisition here. So you can get started for free if anyone is looking to sign up. heyLevi.ai. There is a free trial available for 7 days to check it out, test it out, see if you like it or not. So that's available there for you. The starting price right now during the launch is $39 per month for one sub account. That's your agency sub account that you can use to write content out of, or 5 sub accounts is $79 per month if you want to give your clients access as well, allow them to write their own content, or if you just want to use their sub account as a workspace where you're writing the content on their behalf, but you want to have their history of all their content that's being written separate from your main account. So you can do it that way as well. And if you want to give access to all of your sub accounts, it's $299 per month. There is annual savings as well for going in to the annual price plans. The next screen that I'm about to go to is the special launch offer that is exclusive to just a few people that are going to be able to claim it. If you are ready to take action, head over to heylevi.ai/launch. That's heylevi.ai/launch, because this is limited to the number of people that can redeem the offer. So $290 per year for the single location account, or $995 per year for the unlimited location account. And then we do have a lifetime deal. I'm personally not a fan of lifetime deals, and this is the only time this lifetime deal will come to play. There is, to those customers who've showed up to this launch call, there is a 50% off coupon that is limited to 15 people that can take advantage of the lifetime deal, and that is Secret 50. So that's Secret 50. You're getting the lifetime deal of the $24.95 for $1,247 and change. It is, like I said, it's limited to 15 people. We introduced this on a soft launch call last Tuesday, and I believe 4 or 5, Raheen, do you recall how many were sold out already? So there's not even a total of 15 left. I think there's 9 or 10 or 11, something of that nature left.
There's less. Yeah.
Okay. So there's that. Wanted to get the pricing out of the way so that everyone knows what it is. But there is this one feature that we want to show you guys, that I will let Ruheen go ahead and go to that next screen and show that to us.
So when you load heyLevi,
Sorry, I just realized that I skipped over a ton of testimonials that I had lined up. Let me just share my screen again here.
so when you load heyLevi in your account, the first thing you'll want to do is open up the chat option. And you can either open up a previously saved conversation, or you can open up a new conversation here. And you'll see this little microphone icon here. All you need to do is click on this. When this icon turns red, we're going to ask a question, and then we're going to click on it again to let heyLevi know that that was the end of our question. Let's try it out. How do I position my AI-based sales enablement app to other marketing agencies who might want to white label the app to offer it to their existing customer base as well? All right, now it's thinking. There's my question. So it's processed the question. Now it's processing its answer. So we'll give it a few more seconds here.
When positioning your AI-based sales enablement app to marketing agencies for white labeling, focus on the following. 1. Highlight the benefits. Emphasize how your app can enhance their existing customer base by providing advanced AI-driven sales enablement features, improving efficiency, and driving better results. 2. Showcase customization options.
All right, so we get the idea. You can stop the voice at any time, and you also have the answer here in text form as well. So I can follow up by writing another question, or I can hit the microphone icon again and continue the conversation. So when you're trying to brainstorm ideas and you want quick responses and you don't want to have to type out each question, you now have that ability along with all the other features that heyLevi brings with it right inside the app. Now, if you go into the agency settings here, and we go to the feature tiers, let's pick a feature tier here. And if you scroll all the way down here, you'll see this section called voice option. So the voice that just spoke to us is Matthew, and that is in US English, but you have a whole lot of options. And again, this is on a feature tier level, so you can have a different voice and language for every feature tier that you offer. So let's try out a couple of other ones here. Let's try out Kendra, US English.
Hi, my name is Kendra.
Okay, I definitely don't like that one too much because it's very robotic, but we could try a few more.
Hi, my name is Ivy.
Okay, so a very young voice. Let's give one more try.
Hi, my name is Ruth. I can speak in US English.
Okay, great. So yeah, if I was looking for a female voice for a business app like heyLevi is, for one of my sub accounts, I would probably use Ruth. Let's check out some of the other options here though. I don't speak Polish, but just to give you an idea of how different languages and different voices play out in heyLevi.
My name is Ola. I can speak in Polish.
And you've got Australian English and Brazilian Portuguese, Canadian French, Cantonese, Castilian Spanish. Lots of US English options here and Spanish as well. So no matter what language you're looking for, or whether you're looking for a male or female or young or older voice, you have a ton of options to choose from. And again, this is feature tier specific. So you can really mix and match them based on the feature tiers that you're giving specific clients.
All right, so that is the voice-enabled chat feature built right into it. The voice portion of it will slowly get built into all of the different modules that are there as well. So your customers don't need to type in when they're asking how to write an email nurture sequence or sales sequence for or a sales page or an ad copy or anything of that nature. They can literally speak to it and it'll speak back as well. I know a lot of us don't like typing sometimes or reading, especially when it's a larger paragraph. That feeling of just, oh my God, I got to read all that comes over. But now if someone's speaking it back to you, it just makes it a whole lot easier. Someone did ask if there was any sort of a guarantee on this. Yes, there is a money back guarantee on this, 30 days money back, full money back guarantee. So if you buy it and you're like, I'm excited, but no, I used it. Maybe it's not for me, and you want your money back. No worries. Just reach out to us, our billing department, and we'll go ahead and get that taken care of for you. But you're not gonna have that feeling because you're gonna love it. The product's amazing, and we've had great success with it. Ruheen, can you showcase some of the past users and what they've said about us, about the product from the last year or so?
Yeah, I'm just going to share my screen again really quick. Am I sharing the right screen? Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of people here have also heard of Gusten Sun. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but he also signed up for heyLevi as soon as he signed up for GHL. Pretty soon after, he signed up with us, and this is on his YouTube channel. He talks about his GHL SaaS offering, and always showcases and talks about his AI copy app, which is heyLevi integrated into his SaaS as well. And then just a few more, just posts and screenshots from our Facebook group here. Yeah, and then those are all the ones that I have on the slide span.
All right. We have, you guys read a comment earlier from a customer named Danny Clark. He sent us a video as well. He's also an Extendly customer. He's been an Extendly customer for a long time, using our support services as well. And he's also been a heyLevi customer for about a year or so now. I want to share that video with you guys and to show you what exactly he said about the product and how he's using it, how their customers are using it. Before we go right into that, I want to take a couple questions. If there's any sort of confusion around the pricing or the special, please feel free to ask, or anything around the app, feel free to ask about that. So those that want to take action and move forward with it can. All right, Azu said, I just purchased it. I'm in. Fantastic. Thank you, Azu. All right, so what's the link? It's heylevi.ai/launch. heylevi.ai/launch. If you are not interested in taking the annual plan or the lifetime offer, that is 50% off right now with the code SECRET50, you can definitely go to heylevi.ai and start a trial there. I would like everyone to start a trial. At least give us your feedback. Use the platform and give us your feedback. See what you think of it, and how do you like that there. All right, so Ruheen, let's go ahead and go to Danny's video here.
So when you load heyLevi,
Wrong slide, sorry.
Hey, Danny Clark here from Easy Peasy Funnels. We run a white label SaaS from heyLevel. And Kunal and the team have helped us by installing their AI software into our platform just over a year ago now, and we have had nothing but raving reviews from our customers. The thing that we love most about it is the simplicity of it. It simply just plugs in, it's available on the menu. And what's really cool about it is that it just becomes another tool that works in two ways for us. Number one, it helps to establish us as different to other high-level users, which we all know is what we're trying to do. But of course, more importantly, it just becomes one of those things which is an additional value add and benefit to our customers. So one of the ways that we use it, because we pretty much sell the software as is, as opposed to wrapping it within an agency service, is that we use it as a tool to help people. So when it comes in particular to creating the sales email templates, a lot of our customers, they refer back to the service where you can create an email sequence between 7 to 12 emails. Lots of people rave about that one, but all the way through from creating copy for websites, for sales pages, for headlines, the different social media platforms that we're all supposed to be using every single day as well. So look, from a guy that is running a white label SaaS with close to 500 users, we've done things pretty well. I would say without a doubt, plugging in what Canal's done with the AI has been up there as one of the best decisions that we've made since we launched just over a year ago. So yeah, if you haven't tried it yet, make sure you check it out. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but Danny actually has his second SaaS, newly launched SaaS, which is also using heyLevi. So yeah, he's been with us for over a year. He has 2 businesses using it. So yeah. And then one more thing, actually, Beth, if I can just quickly talk about this too. One thing that Danny just mentioned, and I think is really important to highlight is I've had a few people DMing me asking me how to position heyLevi to their customers, because everyone's using ChatGPT or Jasper or something else for their copywriting. But again, this is so much more than just a copywriting tool, something that you can use to create long form, short form content. Even if you just use heyLevi to show them how easy it is to build out their, not just the positioning, but their lead magnets, 7 to 12 day email sequences that are just completely done. All you do is edit the name of your offer or your name, and that's it. You just, plug it in and it's ready to go. To your sales headlines, your sales copy, it's all just done. So even just taking that piece and just showing them or demoing just that part can be a total game changer.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's go into a quick demo because there's a few questions that people are asking related to that I want to clarify here. So I'm going to share my screen. This is heyLevi built right into our own white label here that we use, and this is in our Extendly account that we run Extendly out of. Built right inside heyLevel. So as you can see, mine looks a little differently than what Ruheen showed. So there's the theme option that you can control right from here. There's no special CSS required to customize anything in here. There's those options are just readily available at the agency level for you to be able to customize things. Then these are all the content widgets that are available, frameworks that are pre-built available right within the app that you can take. So for example, writing an email nurture sequences. A lot of our snapshots, those guys that use snapshots have nurture sequences in there. If you, the purpose of the tool is that your customers are likely don't have follow-up sequences in place, don't have nurture sequences in place, they don't have a lead magnet in place. Just having follow-up emails and nurture sequences, lead magnets in place, you're going to help them increase their sales significantly right out of the gate. So you can continue to tweak, make them better from there afterwards, but having something in place to begin with is already giving them an advancement in their sales cycle there. So there's the prompt library as well, where you can enter in your custom prompts also in there. Emails, ad copy. So let's go into, if you want to write an ad copy about something. So first off, there's several different languages that are available here that you can choose from. So if your customers are not in the States, they're not using English, or there's a different language that they want to write in, well, now you can give them access to write in their own language as well. And you don't have to prompt anything in the platform. Your prompts and frameworks are pre-built on the back end of the system. You can simply just select which one you want to go for, right? So before or after bridge, attention, interest, desire, action, right? Awareness. So whichever one you want to pick over here, those are available for you to easily select from. And prompting, framework, all of that is done on the back end here. So you or your customers don't need to worry about being an engineer in this game. All you got to do is answer a few questions that are being asked here, just like what Ruheen showed us earlier when she was building a core positioning model. for the business, Missy Call Text Back, that we, or Missy Callback, I think it was called, that you named it, on the missed call text back feature of heyLevel, right? So you can position it for yourself. You can write content for yourself and your customers, of course. Tell it who your target audience is, click on the couple of steps, hit next, and you're generating copy. It's that easy to do that there.
And Bant, there's a couple of questions about how the white label works as well. Did you want to show that, or did you want me to show that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, give me a second here. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in the agency settings here, if you go into settings, you'll see all of the options in terms of the look and feel of the app. So you can customize this for your agency. As I mentioned on the demo, you can play around. So let's say I want to do, I don't know, green and light and maybe, you know, a different layout. I can preview it. So you can really play around to see which one fits your agency and your branding. So that's the first thing. And then you can also build out your feature tiers. So you can have as many feature tiers as you want. What we do for our agency is we have a founding member plan, but then we also have one for each of our SaaS plans. So like our lowest plan comes with 2 modules, the sales positioning and sales headlines. And then we open up the short form contents, all the little social media posts for our middle tier as well. And then our largest SaaS plan gets all of the modules, and you can, you know, decide if you want to keep them locked for FOMO, and so you can upsell them or just not show them at all. You have really granular control as to how you want to white label this for your agency. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. You can also override any feature tier settings at the sub account level itself. So you can actually go into the sub account and decide if you want to override their word limit or which model they're using. Sorry, that was really loud, but yeah, you can actually go into a sub account level and control that as well.
All right, fantastic. So if there's any other questions that anyone wants to ask, feel free to unmute yourself and come on the call and ask your question. We're happy to assist.
This is Kunal. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, there's been one question which has been asked around usage pricing, and so just wanted to answer that so that everyone understands how usage pricing works. To use heyLevi, you sign up for our app and everything, but then you'll get instructions in your sign up email. You do need an account with OpenAI. You have to, and that OpenAI account, that API account, is different from when you go to chat.openai.com. So you open an account with OpenAI, an API account, get the API key from there, and then you get charged the wholesale price that OpenAI charges everyone. Just in terms of comparing what Content AI charges or GHL charges, they have a markup where they charge about 9 cents for 1,000 tokens, which 1,000 tokens is approximately 750 English words. They charge 9 cents. OpenAI's price for that is 0.2 cents. So heyLevel has a 45x markup on that. So yeah, just the user charge is separate. You pay it directly to OpenAI, and it's dirt cheap.
And you're paying the wholesale cost to OpenAI, right? You're not paying the markup fee. For example, what heyLevel has built in for themselves. They've got their reasons to build it in, you know, obviously. But in this case, we're not. There's no, you know, upcharge or markup on top of that usage charge. You're just paying whatever the wholesale cost from OpenAI is to you, which, like Kunal mentioned, it's 45x less. So significant amount of savings for yourself and your users. And at that point, you don't even worry about rebilling because it's so dirt cheap. All right. Steve, I'd like Steve Rosenbaum from our team to come on off of unmute. And Steve, can you share some thoughts around the product, please?
Absolutely. And I've been using the product for a few months now. and I love it. And first of all, I want to address a couple things that some questions that I saw here, but also, like many of you, I'm a SaaS agency. My agency is called Flawless Follow-Up, and I've been doing agency work. I've been working with clients for about 13 years, even before heyLevel, even before Extendly, and even before heyLevi, right? And content has always been a thorn in my side. Somebody asked, I think it was Steven, did you ask, hey, can this replace my content team? Can it enhance my content team? And that to me is one of the most powerful things about it, is because in my agency over the years, where I've lost accounts to churn, usually it's been about content, because I believe in the pure SaaS model. I don't want to be generating content. And so it's always when I built a system for a client, they always said to me, well, who's going to do the content? And I would give them the option. I said, well, if you want me to do the content, this is your price, X. And frankly, I would charge them a lot because I didn't want to do the content. I said, but I could tell you exactly what you need. You need 7 messages for a nurture sequence, and I'll give you templates. I'll show you what it looks like. And they would say, okay, no problem. I could do that. 1 month goes by. They haven't done it. 2 months goes by. They haven't done it. 3 months goes by. They cancel the account. Why'd you cancel the account? Well, it's still not in place. Yeah, but I've emailed you 4 times. I've called you 7 times. And you always told me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. He said, yeah, but I just can't get to it. So I'm just going to cancel the account. That's called churn. And it's our biggest enemy as an agency. So that's one of the ways that this is so hugely, hugely important. Now, one of the real cool things about this, I don't know how much people have played with AI and with ChatGPT, but I have. And the one thing that I've learned about ChatGPT is it's never about the prompt. It's about a sequence of prompts. And it's about giving it information. For instance, if you do hire a professional copywriter, the first thing they're going to do, you sit down with them and you hire them to write for you, the first thing they're going to do is research. They're going to ask you a bunch of questions because they can't write effective copy without asking you a bunch of questions. Well, guess what is built right into heyLevi? It's that interview. It's a bunch of questions. You can't go say to ChatGPT, hey, write me a nurture sequence about dentists. It's not enough. You have to give it background information. And one of the cool things about heyLevi is, if you look there, if you look at the nurture sequence, if you look at the lead magnet, it's interviewing, it's gathering research before it even writes it. And behind the scenes, what you don't see is a series of prompts that Kunal and Ruheen, who's a specialist in NLP, which is huge. All right, I showed a copy of this book the other day. It's one of my favorite books called Unlimited Selling Power. And it's all about NLP. And it's an old book, and it's dog-eared, but NLP has helped me so much in sales. And I've sold a lot online because of my copywriting, and NLP is a big part of that. The words you use, how you use them, and so forth, and it's built right into it. So, I can't say enough about it. I can't say enough about how it's going to help you reduce churn. We've already heard from Danny. Hey, Ruheen, so Danny's got 500 members. Has he ever shared with you?
On one of his SaaS agencies. He has 2 currently, but yes, on one of them.
So heyLevi has probably been a huge part of him getting to that level, hasn't it?
Oh yeah. We're in his Facebook group, and he shares stuff about, that was one of the screenshots that I shared during the presentation, but he is constantly posting about, how his developers are creating all these things for him, and people go crazy. Him and his wife are creating all these reels about the app on Instagram. And so he's really been selling it like crazy.
So the cool thing is this, and Charles Higgins pointed something out in the chat, and it was really, really smart. The SaaS configurator has just been redone with heyLevel. And now you're not limited to just 3 levels. So now you could have multiple pricing tiers. And the way Ruheen does this, she doesn't charge, per access. What she does is she charges at her, entry-level tier for her SaaS. She gives some of the features of heyLevi. If you buy the middle tier, she's going to give you more of the modules in heyLevi. And if you do the top tier, then she opens up all of it. But think of the flexibility this gives you and how it's going to help you move people from one tier to the next tier. So not only is it going to help you reduce churn, but it's going to help you grow your monthly revenue. And that is the secret for all of us to a profitable SaaS agency. So I'm just so excited about this, Ruheen. You guys have done an awesome job with it. And I feel like there's one more thing I want to talk about. I think that's it for now. But how many people are in? I saw a lot of people say they're in. Yay, look at Marty's in with both arms. That's awesome. Azu, I saw that you were in. Sam, I know you're in from the beginning. Bayan bought the company. You know, Bayan's like the Norelco guys, for those of you that are my age, right? Who like the shaver so much he bought the company, but nobody in this group knows what the hell I'm talking about. But ask HeyLevi, they'll write you an email about it. All right. Anyways, it's a great program. I've been using it as a part of my SaaS agency, and that's a reason why. It's not just because it's AI. There is AI everywhere, but this is AI built specifically for us as SaaSpreneurs and soon to be SaaSpreneurs, because if you're not there yet, we're going to get you there. All right. And this is one of the ways, because there's 45,000 high-level agencies. Is that correct, Bayant? Is that the right number? 45,000?
50,000. 45,000 is a different number, but 50,000 high-level customers, yeah.
Okay. So what separates you from all the rest? When people come to you and you know, you've probably heard it. Oh, somebody comes to you, oh, this is high level, or somebody showed me this last week. Well, now you can have something that they don't have. It's the AI. And that could be the differentiator. And it's not just AI, but it's AI built right into high level. And we didn't talk enough about, you know, take a look at the Universal Small Business Snapshot. How many people own the Universal Small Business Snapshot from Extendly?
And in that snapshot, there's a skeleton of the nurture sequences built right into it. But Steve, I'll let you finish your thought on that.
No, that's it. Okay. So the 1-2 punch here, folks, get that Universal Small Business Snapshot. I was talking to somebody today. Okay, everybody, and he says, I'm a tattoo shop. Where can I get a tattoo snapshot? So what do you need a tattoo snapshot for? Well, I don't want to write the content. I said, and I don't want to write the automations. I said, well, you won't find another snapshot with better automations than our Universal Small Business Snapshot. It raised the bar for the entire industry. And wait till you see version 2 that's coming out right now with the automation library, right? Nobody has a snapshot the quality of the Universal Small Business Snapshot. You should all own that, because that should be the basis of your business. But here's the cool thing. You need a nurture sequence? Guess what? Ruheen's got a nurture sequence for you. I asked you on the last call the other day, we give you, listen to this, a 52-week nurture sequence inside the Universal Snapshot. And HeyLevi spits out 7 messages in a nurture sequence and a lead magnet. So I said, well, can't we just have it design 7 lead magnets? For instance, maybe we do a lead magnet about missed call text back. And then we could have 7 messages about missed call text back. And maybe we could do a lead magnet about a win back or a database reactivation. And then we could have a 7 message on that. I think you could even ask HeyLevi to give you the topics to write the lead magnets about, can't you, Ruheen?
Yeah, you just basically tell it what you want it to be about, like your industry. It'll give you a whole bunch of ideas. You pick one and then you start fleshing it out. Different kinds too, ebooks, templates, workbooks, and there's like, I want to say 3 more. Yeah, a whole bunch of them.
So there you go. No, we don't have a snapshot for tattoo artists. But today I sold him on the Universal Small Business Snapshot, and he's going to get HeyLevi, because that's going to help him create everything he needs. We've built all the structure. So folks, if you had just those 2 things, then you could take on any client and you could build out an entire back end. And that's what flawless follow-up is all about. It's all about the back end, baby. And I know that didn't sound good when it came out of my mouth. As the words were coming out of my mouth, I was wishing I'd stopped that. All right, but you know what I'm talking about. All right. I I got to run that through heyLevi and come up with a better choice of words.
To Steve's point, what we were talking about regarding the lead magnet, you can brainstorm with a ChatGPT function built right into it as well. As Ruhin showed you earlier, there's the voice prompt where you can press the speaker, speak to it, say something, and then it'll give you some ideas there, and then you can refine from there. Then you can go ahead and open up the lead magnet feature right in here, and then go ahead answer some of these questions, and now you're on your way to making a lead magnet. Then you can take that, go into the email nurture sequence widget, and now you can tell it how many emails do you want it to write, right? 12 sequence, 10, 9, 7, right? It'll write that many emails for you based on what you've put together in the lead magnet, right? And it's literally asking you questions that you have to answer. So you answer a few questions, and boom, you're ready to have good looking copy coming right out of it.
Yeah, and I saw a couple of requests to demo the email nurture sequence, and we can do the whole thing, but just in the interest of time, because I know we're over already, just go ahead and sign up for the free trial. Just play with it. And every plan, whether you go for the launch plan or whether you go for the free trial on the regular page, everything comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you're completely covered. Just go ahead and just play with it and see how you like it. We had a few people sign up yesterday saying, we want the free trial, and really play with it before we commit. And I woke up to messages from all of them this morning saying, okay, done. We just want to get in on the launch plan. So where do I upgrade? Those comments are on our Facebook group as well. So again, just jump in, play with it and see what you think. Also, just a couple of other questions. Does this come with white label training for our clients? I know some of you have asked. So the short answer is no, not yet. That is something that we are working on over the next 3 to 4 weeks. They're all going to be up there. To be super honest, it's something that we've been thinking about doing, but the way that the app is built has been pretty intuitive for people who have onboarded, and we haven't had a lot of questions come in, and so it's just something that's taken a backseat. But we definitely want to get that out there, so those will come as well. And then, is it integrated with each module? So currently, GHL's API doesn't allow us to do deep linking with like your social media or your blog posts or your emails. So it is a copy and paste thing, but as soon as they give us that access with the API, we'll definitely build that in as well.
Where do we enter the secret 50 code to get 50% off? So that's at the checkout, right, Ruhin? When you enter in your name, email, phone number, go to the next page, there should be an apply code there, section there. And if it's not there, it's probably because it's sold out. There weren't too many spots left on the 50% off thing, but so it might be sold out. I can go ahead and take a look at it for you. Ruhin, can you help answer a couple of questions while I take a look at that for Dominic?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where we left off. So
Dominic, it is still there.
Yeah, we
I asked about the website builder. Like, is that integrated into the custom values at all?
It is not. So it is all copy paste right now.
Okay, that's why I was just making sure I heard you say that earlier.
Yeah, as heyLevel allows more API access, our goal is to integrate this as closely as possible to a point where it's going to feel native right into heyLevel. And heyLevel's been doing
I'm
a
on the,
great job with API stuff. So and I know they're building API first now.
okay. And I signed up right before the call, so that's, I'm in that list too. If there was any way I can upgrade that.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and shoot an email back to the email that you must have received, and we'll go ahead and take it from there and help you out.
For those of you that aren't seeing the coupon code, are you on the launch page, not just the home page? Make sure you're on the launch page. So I put the link back into the chat box.
That's right. It's heylevi.ai/launch.
Oh, and it is only for the lifetime deal.
Okay, there you go.
It's only for the lifetime deal. It's not for the other two plans. There, the other two plans are not limited to quantity. They're just limited to when they go away, which is going to be the 27th. Right after Level Up is when the launch special goes away.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Beyond, how are you?
Good.
Steve, everybody good. So is this, you're generating the stuff from the AI, and then are we just copying and pasting it, or is it integrated, or will it be integrated at the level like where it is with GHL, where it's, it's sensitive to the field you might be working in at the time, like the review response or social media post, that kind of thing?
Raheen, do you want to take that?
I'm sorry, I was trying to look up the answer to that question.
I can take that. So just so that I understand, you're saying, let's say you're creating a blog in Content AI right now, you go to the blogs part and then you can create the content there. Are you saying that you, at some point, do you expect this, is the app going to be integrated with the blog content automatically gets posted to the blogs?
Yes, that's my question. Where, I may not be there today, I understand that, but is that where it's going, or is it just always going to be a, standalone but iframed in application that's available to us?
So it is going to be iframed, but as and when GHL releases an API where we can start creating blog posts or scheduling social media posts through the API, we will add functionality within our app where once you create the blog, instead of copying, you could just say publish to blog and it would create a draft blog. And then you can go to the blog section within GHL and publish it from there. Same for social media. Right now, we're limited by the APIs that GHL gives us. And I know that they're moving towards an API first, and everything that you can do from the UI will eventually be available over a public API. When we get there, we absolutely intend to deep link the modules from our app to wherever it's applicable inside GHL.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Fantastic. I'm happy to answer any other questions that anyone has.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, feel free.
So I might have missed this because I joined in the middle, but is there an option to create our own tools for our customers, or to change things for specific prompts and stuff like that behind the backend of heyLevi itself, or is it just built in as it is?
Yeah, there definitely is. So Raheen went over that earlier. So there's a custom prompt builder in the app. Let me go ahead and move my chat thing over as well. Actually, Raheen, can you showcase that please on your side?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
So there is a custom prompt builder that lets you load in a CSV with whatever prompt, and we give you a template that you need to load in with, and then you'll be able to create, just like you've got the email nurture sequence widget and the ads or the lead magnet widget. There will be you can name your prompt builder as well.
Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, so it's here. Can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's in here. So it's in the settings at a feature tier level. You can download this custom prompts template. I'm happy to show it to you if it lets me do it right now. Okay, yeah, there we go. So all the instructions are here as to how you would add in your prompt. The instructions are here. And then there's an example here. So you would just put in your prompt name, description, and then your text here. And that would show up under, let's go back to this. If I just go to home, it will show up here for your clients only. So this is only for your agency clients. They'll be able to see, access all of those prompts that you upload in here.
Awesome, thank you.
To add to that, so it's not just your clients. Yes, it's only your clients, but also only clients who are onboarded to that feature tier. So the flexibility it gives you is maybe you're serving a restaurant niche and a med spa, you can create separate feature tiers and a separate set of custom prompts for each of those. And then whichever customer is on the restaurant, they only see the custom prompts for restaurant tier, feature tier, and the med spa ones just see the ones that you've dedicated for them.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
And then this is actually something Kunal put in there, but character impersonation, for example, this is what it'll look like. This is coming from our CSV file. So these are the two inputs that we need from the user. So they're going to show up just like it does in the rest of the app. And then when they hit next, they'll get the content, and then chat will actually pick up right there. So they can even refine the content without opening the side panel. It'll just take them through a chat and they can save that.
Is that a custom prompt you guys wrote?
Yeah. It's actually pretty funny. Yeah.
I am a big Harry Potter fan, and so all my testing on this was just Harry Potter and different characters in there.
Well, you know, Russell Brunson talks about the Seinfeld series all the time. Writing nurture emails as if they are Seinfeld episodes is a big thing, and it works. Hey, I think Ryan's got a question.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, feel free to unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah. First off, treat me like a golden retriever. In terms of trying to explain this, I apologize for being 23 minutes late. Literally, for some reason, when I signed up for this on my phone and I was trying to access it, it just kept going to the website over and over again. It wouldn't actually come here. But anyways, so let me just show my ignorance first off. In terms of, I own a company called modernyogateacher.com. And we show yoga teachers how to create a webinar funnel, VSL funnel to find students. And we created our own software through heyLevi. I had a whole team do that for me. I've never even been inside of heyLevi, to be quite honest. So we have, like 100 subscribers, and we give them the funnel templates. We give them a lot inside that. Again, I showed up late, so I don't understand. I went ahead and bought because I was just like, I got all excited just like everybody else, and was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy, and I'll figure it out.
A good thing there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so in case
there you go. So what I want to say real quick, I don't know if it'll be quick, but I'm launching a company called Uncover Greatness. And we all know Alex Hermosi, what he's been doing, he's been taking like high ticket trainings and putting it online for free, which is pretty amazing. And he's built a huge following. He inspired me to basically do the same thing. So the same program that I've been selling for $10,000 that teaches people basically how to build their business from nothing, I'm going to put that online for free. But there still is going to be the software that we built. And again, the core of what we're teaching people is to build a community funnel, how to create Facebook ads to drive people to a Facebook group, and then also how to create ads and drive them to their webinar and to a sales call. So offering this, and I'm going to offer our software to people that come to the training. Many of them are going to need it. Many of them are going to be newbies. So can you kind of explain at the core of heyLevi what it is?
Yeah. So essentially, if we strip all the everything else away, it's a copywriting tool, right? That has expert frameworks that are used by other expert marketers in different categories in the field are built behind the tool. So essentially, instead of having to tell ChatGPT, a prompt and engineer a prompt, then write your content for you for like a lead magnet or an email nurture sequence, a Facebook ad, a Google ad, a sales page, a funnel, website copy, blog. Those frameworks are pre-built in. All you got to do is select from a drop-down menu and then go right in and tell it what content you want it to write about, and give some of that information, and it'll output the copy that you can use for the different various topics or purposes that's there. So that does that answer your question?
Yeah, I guess to some degree. I mean, I'm going to be quickly launching a TikTok account, a YouTube account. We already have Instagram and Facebook, and then also LinkedIn. And I have to create content. We have a pretty robust schedule that we're going to be posting on all of those channels. I'm in the process of right now on Upwork and Fiverr looking for a social media manager. And it's like, can this replace that?
Yeah, so you've got, a TikTok video outline. You can brainstorm for hashtags, video scripts for YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter posts, Instagram, Facebook. So it's all of that is here. It's just a matter of doing it. So click on one of those, come in here, answer some of these questions. These are probably the exact instructions you would be giving to someone that you would find on Fiverr to write for you anyways.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Going back and forth with them, telling them what to write. Oh no, this is not good. Can you do it this way, that way? You just come in here and answer these questions on its behalf, and it starts spitting out copy for you. And then and then you can refine it on the go as well. Which is why there's also this side chat GPT built right into it. Also, you can copy a section of the copy that was produced and say, hey, can you make this shorter? Can you make it funnier? Can you make it longer? Whatever you want to do with it, or
Sure.
Can you rewrite it, and it'll refine that for you as you go along with it.
Okay, so it's going to help me with creating social media, and of course, anyone who has sub accounts with us can create lead magnets. Can you just go over just one more of the benefits? So all of social media can create lead magnets.
Right. Lead magnets, blogs. So first thing is what we recommend is starting with the core sales positioning statement. So you know exactly how to position the product or the service or the business, right? And then from there, you can go into lead magnets, or if you already know what the positioning is, then skip that part, goes right into, lead magnets, blogs, ad copy. If you're looking to launch a campaign, Facebook posts, Instagram captions, carousel outlines, Twitter posts, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, hashtags. Any sort of generic email that you want to write, sales cold emails, email replies. So if you received an email, you want to know how the heck do I reply to this, because maybe it's complicated, or you just want some ideas from here. You can post in the email and have it generate a reply for you with some content or context you provided. Follow-up emails, prospect retention emails, nurture sequence emails, rewriting something. So all of these several different, including website building, sales copy, and all of that.
Can you just click on email nurture sequence just so I can see what information you need to give it in order to do that?
Yeah. So what is your target? So first it's asking you how many emails do you want to write, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 6, right? So you get to select that range. Then you give it who's your target audience, right? So the example here is solar installers. What is your lead magnet? What is the lead magnet? Is it free, or is it a low ticket offer, right? That you're gonna incorporate into this nurture sequence. So you tell it what the name of the lead magnet is, or what it's for. Like 5 secrets to 5 secrets to W automations using WROI using our automation, marketing automation. something of that nature, whatever that is, 5 ways to get free solar installation done that you may be missing out on, something of that nature, right? So you give it that, then you continue to give a little bit more information that it's asking you for, including your sales page URL and the tone of voice you want it to write in, any sort of key benefits that you have with your offer that you can do, that you provide that are particular to you, your business, your product, or your service. Then you hit next, and it'll create. It'll take you to the next steps to start creating copy for you there.
Will it actually help you create an offer itself?
Will it help you create an offer? Yeah. So there's a demo on one of these pages. There's a demo right here that Ruheen played earlier before you joined in, which went over the core sales positioning there. And in there, it provided you ideas around how much to charge, what industries there are that could benefit from this offer. So the example was, I think it was real estate agents would, pay approximately 50 to 100. I don't remember exactly what numbers were per month. And insurance agents would pay 100 to 120 or something like that. And there was another one that would pay a couple $100, like professional services that would pay a couple $100 a month for that. So that's then you want to start at the core sales positioning model.
Okay. Listen, thank you for answering my questions.
Yeah, absolutely. What I would suggest is, even if you're not ready to dive into it yet, take it for a trial run. There's a 7-day trial. Use some of those features, create an offer out of it, and see what you like. Play around with it and see if it's something that's interesting enough to stay with for yourself. And
okay.
We understand that everyone relates to it differently. Some guys are going to go out there and completely kill it. Like, for example, Danny Clark, we showcased his testimonial with it. And some will, and this happens with high level as well, right? Will acquire a product and just don't get the time to do anything with it. And it just sits on the shelf, right? So if you're going to dive into this, definitely utilize it. Right. We don't want to be another bill on your credit card that's not being utilized. We want to help you make money with it. We want to help you grow your business with it and make your life easier. It's not another shiny object that's being thrown at you that you're going to pay for and never use. If that's the case, look at your credit card bill every day, every month, and cancel some of the stuff that's on there so you can get some of that money back.
Is it okay if I put in a couple things too that I think will help Ryan? If I say a couple things,
please.
Sure. Okay. And Ryan, I think that's awesome. One of the things, I was just reading an article recently about Hermosi and Gary Vaynerchuk and what it takes to put out that kind of content. And how they do it. First of all, many of them have a team, but I don't. That's okay, because I think this kind of takes the place of needing an entire team like that. But one of the things that Gary Vaynerchuk says is, when he does a piece of content, he immediately repurposes it into 20 additional pieces of content. Okay.
Yeah, like you can do like 72 pieces of content, like 2-hour interview, and then repurpose it in 72 different ways.
Exactly. So this is going to be perfect for something like that. And one of the real cool features that it probably doesn't stand out enough from the demo was how ChatGPT is put right into there. So just today, I was playing around with something and I put in an hour-long video. And the first thing I said was summarize the key points, and it gave me a summary. Now you could take that summary and pull out the ChatGPT from the sidebar and say, hey, write me a little snippet for TikTok about point number 1 and point number 2 and point number 3 and point number 4. And heyLevi can do all of that, even if it doesn't do that right off the shelf. Remember, you've got custom prompts, you've got ChatGPT right in the sidebar. So this tool alone is going to give you, like you said, the ability to take a video and create 72 pieces, dozens of pieces of content, and you could reformat it, because TikTok is a little different than, their audience, a little different than the Instagram audience. So you can say, take this, we'll make it appropriate to my TikTok audience and my Instagram. And so not only can you do this for yourself, Ryan, but you could develop the custom prompts and you could develop everything for all these sub accounts. And this is going to make your software stand out, you know, like something the yoga studios have to have. I think it's so totally cool what you're doing.
Well, this isn't, it wouldn't take the place of something like Opus Pro, right? Opus Pro is where you put in, say, like a 5-minute piece of content, and then it'll break it up into 5 1-minute segments so you can do some YouTube shorts. It doesn't have that capability in it.
Well, maybe Roheen and Kunal can answer that better, but I would think that it would, you know, even if it doesn't have it off the shelf, like I said, I would think that you could figure out a way to do that because ChatGPT is built right into it, right, Roheen?
Yeah, you can do that with the ChatGPT slide in, but in general, this doesn't do any image or video work right now. It's all copy. So yeah, it's everything that it
Here's a little secret that I'll let people know. Those of you that bought the win back promotion from us and they love the video. Okay. I wrote that video with AI and I could have done it with heyLevi. I didn't have heyLevi at that time. Okay. But then I took the video script. So in other words, Ryan, write the script there. And Roheen says it doesn't do images. It doesn't do video. I got a cheap piece of software called Pictory.ai. It's like $40 a month. I took the script. I went over to Pictory.ai, took the script and it went out and found scenes for all of that. And you know, in a couple hours, I came out with this really cool video that everybody loves and is part of the product that I'm selling right now. And I'm happy to spend some time on a strategy call with you if you'd like, you know, with all that, because I know you jumped right in. We appreciate it. And I'll even
It's again, sorry to show up late. And again,
no, that's cool.
I really mean it. It's like explain to me like I'm a golden retriever, because the reality is like my passion is actually like recording the content, recording ads, you know, like actually speaking to people that creates an emotional response for them to get up and do something. And so I don't love getting into the tech part. That actually just like brings me down. And probably what I need to do again is bring someone in who's an expert into high level. We currently have one, but I could kick him because he just sucks. But anyways,
oh, sorry. Was I unmuted? I'm sorry.
No, I just won't say his name. I mean, but anyways, you know, bring a high level expert in to basically show me how to integrate this into what we currently have. And then once I have a general understanding, then I can go and again create some ads and just, you know, get more sub accounts. But again, at the heart of what I'm doing right now is I want to give back, because like we've been very successful over the last like 7-8 years. And so putting a program that we sold for 10 grand online for free, I mean, there's so many people who need it right now. And, you know, it's a bonus if some of them sign up for our Go High Level account, you know, what we've created. So,
yeah, that's
so
amazing.
I'm going to put Roheen and Bayant on the spot right here in front of everybody. All right. But look at Bayant, he's sweating already. I want to do a strategy call with you, and I want to invite Roheen and Bayant to be a part of that strategy call. I'm going to ask you a favor too. If you let us record it and share it with all the other buyers, because you've got a business strategy, you've got something, and this is going to be a really cool test of the power of heyLevi, and everybody needs to see it. So that's what I'm putting them on the spot. We will spend time with you because I think it's going to be super cool and super beneficial to everybody. And then everybody else, you got to make the commitment to get into heyLevi, and we'll share that with you once we have it, if you think that would be cool to see.
I'm down. I got goosebumps right now, so it must be a yes.
Okay, awesome. But you have to, Ryan, you have to give us until next week's high level, level up. We can't do anything before next week. So
well, throw in a high level ticket, and then I'm totally. They were sold out by the time I could try to get in. So, anyways, can't win everything.
Have you tried StubHub? No. Okay.
I'd be surprised, but
right. All right, cool, Ryan. What does everybody think about that? Would that be a good bonus for everybody? Would you guys like to see what we came up with because that's a really cool content strategy that Ryan's talking about. And this is heyLevi to the limits.
Sorry, Steve, are you talking about on the call writing the content for Ryan's product or service using heyLevi and kind of going through the
I'm talking about a strategy call where how do we execute something that looks like a Hormozy plan where we could take content and really put heyLevi, what can heyLevi really do to execute something like a Hormozy strategy. And I think everybody's gonna be blown away when we come up. I don't even know what it looks like today. I mean, I got goosebumps too, because I got no idea what the hell we're gonna do, but I know we're gonna blow everybody away.
All right, I'm in.
Cool.
Let's
Hey,
do it.
Steve, will
let's
you
do it.
be doing some of your training on the heyLevi?
You'll get plenty of training for it. We'll make sure. We're gonna over deliver and super delight, Heidi. You know that. That's what we love to do.
I got it during Tuesday on your.
I know you're in, Heidi. You're in. Way to
I already
go.
got it.
You are in.
I got the lifetime. I know if Beyond is involved, he'll make sure it goes well.
You are in.
Absolutely. Couple of questions that we're getting that I want to help clarify. There's questions around, is heyLevi a conversational AI, and what's the difference between some of the other tools that are out there, and including heyLevel's own built-in conversational AI. At this point, heyLevi is not a conversational AI, but I don't hold me to this. I did hear something about that. It may be coming into heyLevi. I'm not gonna deny it and not gonna accept it at this point, but I might have overheard some conversations happening around that. Our goal is to build this one single tool to all around AI. So just like heyLevel is everything for automation and marketing, heyLevi is going to be another a version of heyLevel, but all around content AI, different frameworks, including maybe conversational. You didn't hear it from me, but to those that are signing up, including the ones that have signed up for the lifetime deal, it'll be included into your packages as well. Once it does release, but and the first part that you guys are all going to love is the voice AI portion of it that's being included. That's going to be included in all of the content tools that we just demonstrated.
Yeah, let me jump in and answer a few more questions here as well, because I'm seeing questions come in through email as well, for those of you who have purchased. Yes, you would use your own OpenAI API key, which means that you would be paying for your usage directly with OpenAI. The good news is that we're not taking a cut of that. You just pay the base price. It's just a few cents. Kunal, if you can jump in, and I always forget the exact number because it's so negligible. We don't even look at it. I don't look at it. What was it?
Or 750 English words if you use 3.5, GPT 3.5. If you use 4, it's slightly higher. It's also, it's still not that high. It's like 3 cents for prompts and 6 cents for 750 was generated. But either way, it's super cheap. It is much cheaper than using Content AI, which is 9 cents per
1,000 words.
Yeah, and so you're forced to like rebuild that to your clients, and with this, it's just OpenAI costs, and you can control the word usage for each account. And then somebody also asked, Brian, I don't know if you're still on the call here, but you asked how businesses can go and sign up directly. So if somebody is not an agency SaaS with heyLevel, you won't be able to use heyLevi directly. You have to get it from your agency provider. So if you're an agency provider, that's good news, because people can't be like, oh, we're just going to sidestep you and go get our own. They have to get it through you. And then in terms of selling it to your accounts, you don't have to buy multiple starter accounts. You would just buy, depending on how many sub accounts or clients you're selling it to, you would either get the value plan or the unlimited. The growth plan, and then you can, with the growth plan with or the unlimited, which is the launch plan, you'd be able to sell it to as many clients and sub accounts as you want, and you're not going to be paying anything apart from that one time. There were a couple of other questions as well. What's the benefit of this tool residing within GHL as a versus or against a standalone app? So it's the same reason why we're trying to replace all of the other tools people are using. And house it under one place. And so you can be that one-stop shop for all of their business and marketing and automation needs. You would just wrap it in, and you also get to position yourself as an AI expert without having to learn how AI works or how prompt engineering works and all of that. We make it super easy for you to just call it your own and offer that to your clients.
There's only 3 lifetime deals left on that 50% off. So if anyone's still thinking about it, you've got 3 left. I'm sure they're going to be sold out before we hop on off of the call.
Well, look, AJ's trying to get through. AJ, send me your email address, please, and your name too. And we'll try to get this worked out for you as soon as we get off the call. He's having difficulty.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not sure I understand this question. What option did you use for that 2-hour video? Oh, is that for you, Steve? I think that's a question for you.
Oh, well, did I say 2 hours? First of all, it was an hour-long video. All right, but I put it directly into the Chat GPT sidebar. That's what I like, and then broke it down from inside there. Is that what the question was? But I have a series of prompts. I first of all, I say, analyze the call, give me the key points, and then I expand it from there. I could do a demo on that too.
Kunal, this one's for you. Is heyLevi built using direct OpenAI API or using the API via Microsoft Azure / prompt flows?
I did answer that, but yeah, we directly integrate with OpenAI APIs. We've written our own wrapper which directly calls them. So we're not, our app is hosted on AWS. We don't use Microsoft Azure for that.
Fantastic. Dominic's asking, how long after purchasing before we should expect to receive the email with login credentials? Thanks. Dominic, that's about an hour or so is what it should take, an hour or 2 for you to be able to get that. You should have received a confirmation email. If not, don't worry, you'll get that shortly.
I think when the contract was created, there was no email, and that's why nothing went out. I think he's updated his email and phone number now, so we'll have it email the information out in a few minutes.
Okay, fantastic. I came in late. What does the lifetime deal come with? All right, so the lifetime deal comes with the entire platform that is heyLevi, including future. Where did it go? Right here. Oops, I'm on the wrong page. Including future updates and add-ons that we add to this. So it's $24.95 one time. There's probably a couple slots left, and it's 50% off on this call with the code secret50, and you get the heyLevi app in there. Oh, by the way, the login, the URL for that is heylevi.ai/launch. We'll get that added into chat.
Hey, Zoo, I see your message. We'll address that after the call. Thank you. Whoops.
Right, yeah, look, I just checked and it looks like all the emails are getting sent out immediately. So anybody who hasn't received login information and setup information, just reach out, let me know. You can send me an email at raheen@heylevi.ai and I'll get you situated.
Fantastic. Brian asked, are there any feature differences between plans? No, Brian, you get the entire app on any one of the plans. The only difference is that number of sub accounts inside your high level that you can give access to. So that's the first plan is just one account, which is reserved for yourself as an agency. The second one is 5 sub accounts. And then the last one is unlimited.
Smart point out one more thing. I think a while back somebody had asked about do you need to be on the 497, 495, whatever that GHL plan is for heyLevi to work. You do have to be on that plan. Right now we use V1, GHL V1 API, which is available on 297 as well. But GHL is V1 is being deprecated, everyone will have to migrate to V2, and V2 will only be available for agencies who are on the 490, whatever that plan is. So if you're not on that plan, heyLevi might work for you for a while, but within the next 3 to 6 months, it'll stop working for you.
Yeah, so you're saying if someone's on the $297 plan, that's when it may work right now, but it will not in the future when heyLevel makes the change.
When heyLevel makes the change, the part that will break is right now we have a seamless sub-account onboarding. You don't have to do anything. It automatically adds and it creates the custom values. Those things will go away because the APIs will not be available anymore at the 297 plan. So that part will break. There are workarounds, but it'll be all manual on the agency to do that for every sub account that they add. There would be no way for us to automate that.
Got it. As of today, will it work on the 297 or the 97?
As of today, it'll work as long as we don't migrate to V2, which we'll be forced to migrate soon enough. While we're on V1, it'll work on the 297 plan.
And the 97 as well, Kunal, or?
I don't think the 97 has access to API. 97 is basically just a single sub account, so that won't work.
Okay. And then one question that I've also been getting. Affiliate offer, yes. Just reach out and we can set you up with that. One question that I've also been getting is about onboarding sub accounts. So the way the app is built, and Kunal can speak more to this since he built it, but the way it's built is that it onboards automatically all of your new sub accounts every 24 hours. So when you sign up and you onboard yourself to the app, you onboard your agency, it will automatically pull in all of your sub accounts that are existing in your agency as well. And depending on how many sub accounts you have, it may take a few minutes, right, Kunal? But the idea is that it'll happen automatically as you onboard your agency. And then any sub accounts that you sign up after that, the app will check every 24 hours for new sub accounts and automatically onboard them to a default tier. So you get to set that default tier in your agency settings. And then you can upgrade them to a different tier if you need to, but they will automatically be onboarded every 24 hours. If you want to onboard somebody without waiting for that 24-hour window, you would just need to go into sub accounts, and I can just quickly share my screen here. But you would just go into your agency settings, sub accounts, and then say import new accounts. And if it finds any new sub accounts that haven't been onboarded yet, it'll give you a list of those and confirm that you want to bring them on. I don't have any new sub accounts that it hasn't already onboarded. So it's just showing me that there's no accounts, but hopefully that answers that question.
Just in terms of, just to add to the onboarding, as soon as you sign up, you finish your registration, it takes about a couple of minutes to get your agency admin account onboarded, and you can start using it. Depending on the number of sub accounts you have, it might be like we had one customer that had 10,000 sub accounts. It took about 45 minutes for the system to load all 10,000. And so 10,000 couldn't use it for about 45 minutes. But as an agency admin, your account will be available for you to use right away.
Yeah, I think we got through all the questions. So.
All right, fantastic. Well, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us, and we appreciate you giving your time to joining us for this launch. We're excited for heyLevi and everything we are bringing to it. Hopefully you are as well. A lot of you have shown your excitement by either signing up for the trial or purchasing the product. Even many of you have gone with the lifetime deal as well. So thank you very much for doing that. We appreciate it. If there's any questions, concerns, don't hesitate. Feel free to reach out to us. I do want to leave you with that heyLevi is part of the Extendly portfolio now, which means white label support will also support heyLevi fairly soon. And there will be a white label knowledge base available on heyLevi right within your support widget as well. So that way your customers can ask questions related to that. As far as your customers are concerned, it's just another feature to add it to your app, to your high-level app that you're already selling to them. So thank you, everyone. You all have a great.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Just real quick, I don't see a trial button on that launch page.
You've got to, so you check out with the standard.
There's no trial on the launch. So those launch specials are just here for another week. So there's no trial for those, but you do get the 30-day money back guarantee with those. Yeah.
The trial is on the monthly plans, not the launch special.
Oh, and where are those?
If you go to heylevi.ai, the main homepage, and go to the pricing section there, that's where the 7-day trials are. The heylevi.ai/launch, the launch page offer, that doesn't have a trial.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of Thursday.
Do you want a proven way to increase your lead generation on your website and sales funnels, as well as add an additional revenue stream to your agency? Check out www.chathq.io today and start your free account.